now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he's got room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 95 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Check 26, check 26.
This is Penny. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. $13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Tyson Alualu. The defensive tackle getting in there for a loss of 5. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The run on 3rd and long, so I guess waving the white flag a little bit.
Yeah, and I think sometimes teams are so committed to running the football that they'll take a chance, even in a long yardage situation, to let them know on the other side, this is what we're going to be about today. In this case, they didn't get a 1st down, but if you're thinking along with them, hey, they might be committed to running it all game long.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Looking downfield for Jones. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at him. Instead,
and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Eric Ebron, 78 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. On for the extra point is Folk. And it's good to make it 14-0. points on the board. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go. Charles and I set for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as we get a peek some of the stars in today's game. Well, will they be stars? Will you be a star? We'll find out. Let's play. There's Nick Folk ready to put this one in the air. And we are underway from Heinz Field. Returnable here for Hester. And able to get this out to the 25. Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, Blunt. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
They'll try to throw it here. Vick. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Jack Youngblood in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right, and he dumps it off to Blunt. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Here's Vick. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Michael Irvin, 31 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Folk. And it's now a 7-0 game. set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Now Hester will get a shot. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
A little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off and not the ha-ha. That was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. This one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Hurts. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
They'll live to fight another down, right?
He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis ready for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game, and you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started. Tucker set to boom this one away. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Gets around him. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing, Vick. Buying time to his left. That's caught by the tight end, Dupree. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead.
And he'll go down at the 28. On 3rd and 1, here's Vick. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drive. And in for the Steelers, touchdown. Franco Harris, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Nick Folk for the point after. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. It's a play fake. Now Vick rolling to his right. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On play action, Vick. Throw left side complete. That's Peterson. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Play action now, Vick. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Hey, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
From the red zone now, Vick. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Vick. Man open, here is Jones. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. They'll run with Peterson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Handoff comes to Peterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And this is going to be intercepted. Steeler legend Troy Polamalu with a pick. And the Steelers are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To throw again on second down. Vick. It's brought in by Harris. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The fullback comes through with a big play there. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
On 1st and 10, here's Vick. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Vick. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll throw again. Here's Vick. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Snatched by the safety Ed Reed. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to about the 40. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. This will be the final play of the half. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And this one quickly to Lamb. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Vick will look to throw on first down. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Vic's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get over.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked by Mel Renfro, the Hall of Famer. And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Now here's Vic.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Vic now. Flush to his right. He's got Michael Irvin complete.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Vic, he gets it complete to Harris. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Vic to throw it.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Vic readies to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on. The Falcons defense stands tall. They'll about set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. The drive will start with an option going left. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's a give to Peterson.
And this will be a Falcons first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On second down, Peterson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
And not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 3 yards the gain there, second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on second down, Vick.
Out to the flat here for Johnson.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A first down throw coming for Vick. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Vick with the incompletion on first down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 25. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Vick to throw. He'll buy some time right. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Mark Andrews. 27 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Oh, look at this. They're not even going to get the 2-point play off. Maybe too much indecision. It's going to cost them 5 yards. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So a big play coming for the Falcons as they'll go for 2. Here's Vick. Out to his left. And he is in for the 2. I still can't believe they went for it, but they've got themselves a lead here late in the ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From the 6. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Again, here's Blunt. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
70 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Now Michael Vick. He finds his man complete. It's Harris. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. And that's why you put a Hall of Famer back there. He's in for 2 points. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
Charles and I settled here in the booth. This should be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. And off we go from Denver. Taken at the goal line. And he is going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. What a mess that was.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
From his own end zone, Herbert. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw from his end zone. Herbert, he'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. To the air again, Herbert. Looking sideline, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On second and 10, Herbert. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Taylor. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now...
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They snap it to Herbert. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Emerson Walls. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
On second down, Blunt, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Forced out to his left. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
So pass interference the call. That's going to set him up with a first down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The official's letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the first quarter.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Vic goes play action. Steps away to his left. And it's caught.
They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Now Blunt. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. LeGarrette Blunt taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Nick Folk for the point after. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And that
We are set, ready to rock for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup, and these guys on your screen ready to rock as well. Some of the stars of today's game, and speaking of the game, let's get right to it. It's an old-school battle in the Keystone State of Pennsylvania. The Eagles and the Steelers are underway. Returnable here for Hester. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They go play action with Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now...
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Tyson Alualu breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. They'll roll him out right. And I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Vick now after the fumble recovery. Vick in trouble, and down he goes. Able to drop him for a loss.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit.
They've got his man complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run with Harris. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34. There's Michael Vick. Oh, Vick's throw intercepted. Picked up by Deion Sanders. And the Eagles are going to get the short field here as they take over right at the 50. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. We're scoreless after 1. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. From the gun, it's Hurts. Rolling to his right. Here's Hester open right side. And he's taken down inside the 30.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 19-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Hurts sets up to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Young. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
They'll run. It's Henry. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit...
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Steeler legend Troy Polamalu with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just past the 35. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this one is incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Play action. Here's Hurts. He's going to go up top again. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked by Mel
Renfro, the Hall of Famer. And the Steelers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Blunt. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Vick operating on first down. Buying time to his left. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They'll try to throw it here. Vick. He's got his tight end. It's Dupree. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Throwing again on second down. Vick sliding out of the pocket. Oh, and now Vick throwing another interception. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick.
You can easily see the logic at the top of the game. That's been pressing a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Escaping the pressure. Hurts fumbles it, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And now the rookie's free. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Here comes Devin Hester bringing it out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. He sets to fire deep. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Steeler legend Troy Polamalu with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now Folk for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
On second down now, Blunt loses the football, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, second guy in, tackle the ball. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
They'll roll him out right. His throw incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked by the safety, Taylor Mays. The 40, the 30, 10, 5. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and goal, Vick rolling to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. Steeler legend Troy Polamalu with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And the Steelers will take over here just shy of the 30. So here's Vic following the interception. Dancing to his left. And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So the Eagle offense coming on here as he'll try for 2 points. Hurts will throw. And he will get into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. This will be fielded inside the 5. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Back to it after the pick-6. Vic eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Vic. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
They just get the play off. Now Vic. And he dumps it off to Blunt. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. It's a play fake. Now Vic, flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches.
carry for Blunt. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Vick. And he rifles one incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Vick with the incompletion on 1st down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10. Throwing, Vick. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The 330-pound Ndamukong Suh finding the path to the QB there. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Vick. Under pressure, they got him again. And this defense here will burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. To throw, Vick. Forced out to his left. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. He'll buy some time right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. Sliding. Hurts, fumbles it. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown! Devin Hester, 72 yards. And the Eagles, if they hit the PAT, they will be in the lead. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Vick. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. They'll look to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Steps away to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. He's back to throw. Pass complete to Harris, and he'll manage to get out of bounds. It's a 1st down, and the clock stops with just over 20 seconds to play.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understanding where they are in the field?
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And he's able to clock it with time remaining. And now they'll have a shot at a long field goal that is going to decide this game. So here now is the kicker, Nick Folk. This a long one from 54. And he's not able to come through. This is no good. And that is how this game comes to a close. So a field goal that could have won it went awry. Pretty good distance field goal. It wasn't a chip shot, but still, that one's going to stick with him for a little while, you'd have to think.
It is, and I know that he missed that one. And they walk off the field, and obviously they don't feel great about themselves. They just lost a game. But this is where the proficiency of kickers actually comes back and hurts them, because they've gotten so good that we expect them to make just